Every single time I have made any attempt to address a negative reaction to something I have said, it has immediately resulted in far worse backlash. I am in every single possible way incentivized to do nothing right now. Everything about this statement will be scrutinized.
I think poorly made backlash response videos are one of my favorite form of content on the internet. There is something so interesting about watching a person try to apologize for something and doing it in such a way that reveals much about their character, because at the end of the video, people are more upset with them than they were before they tried to apologize. It's like, what do you mean? You made a stream defending a shitty racist and you think people are gonna buy it just because you said that you didn't have enough information while you defended her. FunkyFrogBait, a name that I would say I wasn't expecting to talk about on this channel. FunkyFrogBait is a huge YouTuber who happens to be in the middle of a public backlash. Now, if you don't know who FunkyFrogBait is, I would give you a quick rundown surrounding all of this, because I feel like knowing the context surrounding all of this is really important, because if you don't have like the last 5 weeks of information, this backlash is not gonna make sense. Funky is a YouTuber that is well known in the YouTube commentary space, incredibly this popular, and to be called a racist is one thing. And one of you may ask me that, Funky scripts her videos, how comes she's getting this backlash, which makes no sense. Some of you may think that somehow she scripted something racist in her video, which is a no. Well, recently Funky decided to start live streaming while playing games, and during one of her videos, which are not scripted, someone within the chat talked about the amazing digital circus. And as you know, you can't talk about the digital circus without talking about its creator, Goosewax, which sparked all this backlash. And that was when the chat started to spam messages calling Goosewax a racist, which Funk strongly defended, saying that he's not a racist.
You can probably understand why I think that perhaps they might be. Okay, well, I didn't think they were poisoned originally, but now that you've said that, you can probably understand why I think that perhaps they might be. Funky Gooseworks is a racist, bad news. Literally, y'all made that up. Y'all made that up. Shut the fuck up. I'm sorry, I have to take this second for that. Y'all literally will go online and there's two different types of people, right? There's people that go online and then just make up shit about people. But you know who also is terrible? The people who make up bad shit about people with literally zero evidence and then spread that without doing their own research. Both types of people are terrible people. If you go online and you see a random, unverified rumor about a creator, which this has happened to me countless times, which is why it pisses me off so bad, and you immediately just start spreading that shit all over the place. Yeah, did you hear? They were racist. Did you hear? They're actually transphobic. Did you hear? They're actually homophobic. Did you hear? They actually were mean to a fan in public. You are just as bad as the person who made up that shit.
Which meant people think that if you strongly defend someone, you are actually with them, which caused people to go on calling her a racist. I actually want to show you a video that most of the people expected to be an apology video, that I think that also made this situation even more worse.
Every single time I have made any attempt to address a negative reaction to something I have said, it has immediately resulted in far worse backlash. I am in every single possible way incentivized to do nothing right now. Everything about this statement will be scrutinized and insulted, from my tone of voice, the fact I'm reading from something I wrote beforehand, the way I look, my choice of wording, even the length of the video itself. I've been on the internet for a long time. I know how this works. But there is something about thousands of people calling you a racist that really cannot go unacknowledged. I'm not going to cry on camera or bring out a ukulele. If you still think I'm a racist after watching this video, it is not my place to tell you otherwise. I'm just going to tell you exactly what happened and address the accusations against me. After this, I will continue to upload my content as usual because I will have nothing more to say about this. This past Sunday, while playing a game on stream, someone brought up the Amazing Digital Circus. I had just seen a Penguin Zero video about how the last episode was leaked and how the creator Gooseworks had received intense criticism for this, despite it being out of her control. I am not a fan of the Amazing Digital Circus. I have previously expressed my disinterest in the show after the topic had been spammed in my chat during streams multiple times. The community surrounding the show seemed very unpleasant to be a part of, and I honestly did not want to associate with it. Despite this, I still express sympathy for Gooseworks because I want indie art to succeed, even if it's indie art that I don't particularly like. I made the point that while many users claim to want more authentic human-made content, they often treat the humans making it poorly. While talking about this, a handful of users started spamming that Gooseworks was a racist in the chat. While most of my viewers are wonderful and I love to interact with them, there are others who will spam misinformation, insults, and extremely dark subject matter at me while streaming. My moderators are volunteers. They do the best that they can. These were extremely serious allegations from a fanbase that has developed a very bad reputation online, provided without any context whatsoever.
To me, this seems to be a self-reassurance video more than an apologetic one. Because why you can see that there is no emotion within the video that shows that she felt deep sorry for what she did, and I think this is what worsened the situation.
In a very strongly worded tweet. I have since done my research, as I have been asked to do. What I found were certainly not things I would ever post. From what I can tell, they were intended to be jokes, but I personally didn't find them funny. And it makes sense that they would disturb people. Whether or not Gooseworks' more recent statements show sufficient personal growth to ethically consume her content seems to be a very hotly contested question right now. It's an easy question for me. I already wasn't, and don't see myself doing so in the future. In the moment while streaming, based on the information I had, I shut down the chatters who were making these accusations. I assumed this was just more extreme behavior stemming from the episode leak. I am sorry for how aggressive this response was.
24 hours later.
Hey guys, my mistake. I fucked up. I'm gonna start over. We're gonna start off with I'm sorry. I genuinely thought the reason that people were upset at me was because they thought that Gooseworks and me were like this, and I defended all of their actions and thought they were just the best person ever. So my focus in my statement was just trying to go through exhaustive detail of everything that happened exactly as it happened, so that the people that were asking all of these questions would get the answers that I thought they wanted. That's why my statement came off so robotic and unfeeling, because I thought that kind of exact intellectual breakdown was what people expected of me. Now I understand that this actually had nothing to do with Gooseworks at all, and just more my immediate knee-jerk reaction to an accusation of racism. There are so many people who have since gone online and gone through my apology explaining why it's bad. There was even somebody who used me to critique my own apology. So yeah, I was a massive hypocrite. I made the black people in my audience feel horribly uncomfortable, and I'm so sorry for that. I spend weeks researching the scripts for my main channel videos, and I have not gotten used to the streaming format, and I was irresponsible with it.
Funky's second apology video was okay, but if you need to look back, it's obviously not a good sign, especially after they swore up and down that they were incentivized not to do anything or say anything about this topic again. Like, why have you made a second video after swearing up and down that you didn't know anything about Gooseworks? And like that, you jump like a deep sea diver to defend her. Like, why didn't you believe the victims of racism in the first place? Like, imagine going through something traumatic, getting bullied, experiencing racism, and someone goes, "You made that up." I think she made a mistake this time. Oh guys, what do you think of this situation yourself?